Adams KTMC. So they have a video for you guys on the Tippmann Tipx. Got an upgrade on the lock bolt as well as other upgrade for Tipx as well. So let's get started. For your Tipx, this is your standard version right here. You can get out of the box. You can upgrade to a CMP body kit right here. Basically, you drop your body right into a kit and give you a submachine gun look. After that, you can have a folding butt stock. You can dress it up. You can add a grip in, sights in, give you a little bit of a tactical looks right there. You can add a little bit more to it, adding a vertical grip, a suppressor, a red dot scope, again another remote line too, give you a little more action when you actually use both. You can do both. You can use as a pistol. In a short game, you do a pistol. In a bigger game, you can add in a box magazine to give you a little bit more tactical look in your game. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to install your lock bolt. I'm gonna give you a little comparison, the difference between the lock bolt and non-lock bolt here. So if you get your Tipx right now, and if you were to air it up, say you're out of ammo and you're shooting it, this is how it's gonna make. Okay, see that? That loud noise. Let you cycle through, use up all the air at the same time, letting your opponent knows that you have ammo that you need to reload. You can see how much air you have to spend out when you are using your Tipx with a lock bolt. Here, check it out one more time. Right, now this is a version right here with the lock bolt already installed. You can hear how the noise dispenses out the air at the same time. You can be a little comparison. You are losing air, but you are cutting down at least half of the air that you just wasted. Plus, you reduce down your noise created from your marker that give you a little advantage there. Your opponent doesn't know that you out of ammo, you have to reload. Okay, so to install, this is your lock bolt right here. This is what you get when you buy the kit. This is a little the lock bolt mechanism. There is a little lever here. So when you don't have a round fluid chamber, the lever stay down here. When your bolt hits it, it stops the bolt from cycling. And when you have a round fluid chamber, it moves up. That let the bolt move forward. And it's like really simple mechanism that to prevent chop and among other things. Chop can happen because your magazine is dirty, rounds is too big or too small, and it can create that jamming issue that you have there. It comes with this tiny little spring right here. This little spring goes right on the top of your lever here. This will prevent your lever from flopping around. So I already taken this unit right here. I already taken all the screw out except this one to speed up the installation process, but don't lose the screw when you install it, all right? So the way you install it, of course, you take out all your screws. So and open it up. If you don't know how to do that, there's a lot of video on tutorial on how to do it. So you take this little guy out right here, my one last screws, and we'll open the whole thing now. All right, recommend to hold it down like this to keep everything in place when you pop it open. Otherwise, other component might pop out right here. So you open it up, whole assembly come out. You can see it right there. So the component, we're gonna replace this thing right here. That's the block. I'm gonna take the barrel off. Take barrel off and take the block off, the front barrel short block off. That allows you to access to the chamber here. So you take this guy out. I'm trying not to remove much component as possible. That way everything's remained the same so that I don't lose any part. There's a little ball indicator right here. You can see through there. And then you can just take the whole assembly off now. Of course, it's spring loaded right in the front there, so be careful. All right, there you go. So we're gonna replace this block, of course. It comes with this tiny little spring, so you're gonna be careful when you put it in. You don't lose this little spring right here. Be really careful. You can install before or after installation, doesn't matter. You put it now or later, okay? This little spring right here, one thing to note, if you are using the standard Tipx magazine and this spring is really weak, so sometimes it will not have enough strength to push this, overcome the spring. So if you are using the spring, you can leave this lock bolt spring out, don't install it, because the magazine spring is not strong enough to overcome that. If you can install the spring, use the 12 round extended spring, a little bit stronger, it will overcome that. This unit here, it is we cut out the D shape. It was meant to shoot first strike, but when we made the production, we're testing it. It's not able to, it doesn't fit very well. So right now, the unit only support round balls only, not first strike or shape projectile. I have been getting report that people do get good experience with first strike shape projectile, but from our testing, we have not able to get a good result. So right now, it is not support with first strike shape projectile. It only shoot round balls. So just keep in mind when you have installed that or when you get your lock bolt. So there is this little spring down here at the bottom too, so be careful. There's body tent right here, so don't lose that when you install it. So we're gonna install it right here. I'm gonna take this mechanism, this whole thing out. All right. I'm gonna drop my lock bolt in first. Keep the spring into place right here, so it doesn't flop around right here. All right. Drop it in. Make sure your spring's still right there. It's not gonna go anywhere because the body will keep into place. Now, what you do is from here, I'm gonna put my barrel in so I can keep everything into, put this body shot in first and put the barrel in. Once I put my barrel in, I'm able to depress down the whole assembly by just holding on the block, because the block and everything else is kind of connect together. All right, so we're gonna connect it to the whole assembly here. All right, here we go. This part assembly here can also be connected right here. So I normally go like this right here. Connect the air pipe together and hold this whole mechanism down and push the whole unit into place, just like that. Everything's still in place, nothing's out of place. Now I'm gonna put the front chamber in, connect to the pipe there. That's it. And then I'm gonna take my safety on this side right here on the body, drop it into the cavity here. Now everything is in there except the front cover here. That's it. Now everything is in place. Now all I have to do is it's putting down this body and we're all set. So we're still missing this little guy here. This is the ball indicator. Doesn't do anything, just sitting there, let you know there's a round in the chamber or not. I don't think anybody ever used this feature at all, but it is available. It is part of the unit here. All right, just put in the track there, you're all good. There's this is your magazine release. Make sure it's nice and centered above you here. And then just drop into place. There we go. This mag release here, sometimes it's getting away here, so you kind of center it out a little bit, push it out. All right, push the body in. That's it. The longest screw goes right in the center here. Sometimes it doesn't want to align, so pick in a little bit, push into place, and then just kind of, once you put this first screw in, everything else is kind of fall into place. It holds the entire thing together. All right, nice and tight there. So there are 4 mid-length screws and 2 short one. The 2 short one goes right here. If you guys don't follow your process that you take it out later, then you just kind of reverse doing what I just did there. That would also help. Right, the 4 screws, 2 on the top right here, 1 down here, and 1 right here. All right, last one. Alright guys, this is how you install your Tipx lock bolt into your Tipx pistol. It's really easy process, take about 5-10 minutes, depends on your skill. Let's go outside and test fire this unit among other ones we have, so you can see the benefit when you install a lock bolt to your Tipx pistol. Alright guys, we're outside right now. I'm gonna do a demo for you guys on the Tipx we just put together. So just remind, this is the Tipx version without the lock bolt install. I'm gonna show you guys how loud it is. Super loud. You waste a lot of air. At the same time, you are letting your opponent know so you have ammo. this is the version we have the lock bolt install. You reduce down like almost 80% of the noise, which consume less air too. So we're gonna shoot this the magazine here at a target over there on your Tipx here. So gonna shoot it, and then when it's out of ammo, you can hear the air burst rather than the loud cycling. Okay, here guys, another target right over there. So you can see that. Well, ammo, it just hits. All right, gonna show you on this other version here. This one I have it's installed on this full version right here to give you guys a full flavor of the setup. Lock bolt install. I even have the box magazine right here. We're gonna put some more rounds in the box magazine. This way you get the most out of the lock bolt when you are using a box mag, because the box mag, you know that when it's out of ammo or when it's not feeding right, you want to make sure they have some mechanism to prevent chopping. So we'll put it on, turn it back on here. We're gonna cycle a couple times, shake it up, make sure the round's fully chambered. All right, here goes the target. You guys can hear that the unit give you a hissing sound. It could be that we have ammo, it could be that it's jams. It doesn't matter what the problem is, but you can see that the unit stopped shooting, let you know that there is some sort of feeding issues. Ball might be too big or too small, the magazine be jamming. That's the beauty of the lock bolt. At this point, you can just reload, change the magazine, do a little bit shake, reload, then go on. In this case, you can see that the units, it's kind of stopped feeding. We're gonna check it up a little bit on the box mag, and let's go at it again. All right, you can hear that it's hissing again. So it could be that we have ammo, or it could be that the ball's not feeding. Either way, the lock bolt is doing its job, letting you know that there's something not feeding. Could be like, again, ball, whatever it is. In a case you don't have a lock bolt, that could be like a chop for you situation, or something else could happen. But that's what the lock bolt does. It's locking out the unit from firing when you have ammo or something's going on. All right guys, any question, comment, concern about a lock bolt, visit our website mcsus.com and we can support you. Thanks for watching.
Modern combat sports.